Nasreen says women's time has come. They're irreplaceable when it comes to reconstruction. There is more we want to do after 9 in Syria.
This is All News Radio 680 News.
Repression and discrimination are part of life for many women. On our new Facebook channel, DW Women, you'll find stories about those taking a stand and inspiring others to do the same. DW Women gives a voice to the women of our world. And now we head to Mexico, a country deemed to be one of the world's most. Last year, Mexico recorded 36,000 murders and 6 missing people. Most of the violence is linked to the drug cartel. The state, the lives of those trying to be a good. 29.
Been telling us for a week that you don't need your health card.
The country's plant and animal life in the way of those whose priority is making a profit.
First, you've got the kid's full name on this piece of paper. This is not an official anything.
Amado Gomez takes care of his older brother's grave.
You've got 4 weeks of dates here for them to fill this up. Every day,
he disappeared on January
I need to sign off whether I did this or not. Whose signature is this? So you're taking the paper from the kid, and then you're signing it and handing it back to him. If you let your kids carry this piece of paper around, you're a bad parent. You're bad. This shit lives for 7 days on cardboard? You understand that? You've handed them something to spread the fucking disease, but you wrote, oh, no disease allowed on this paper.
Corner of the Mexican state of Michoacan, where they spend the winter. They've always managed to find the same area of lush forest
over 37.8. How old's this kid?
In 2017,
well, it's a primary school. He can't be that old.
He made it his life's mission to protect the monarchs.
Nausea, vomiting, or diarrhea. Those are not symptoms of COVID. Loss of taste or smell. Again, no one who has had it has reported that. They just keep telling us that's when we want stay home and self-isolate, get tested, or contact a healthcare provider. Well, that's practical.
The butterflies have chosen an enchanted place.
Why do the butterflies need protecting? Because logging, much of it illegal, is devastating the forests of Michoacan. There's strong demand for timber from the US and China. Avocado growers.
Oh, good.
Gomez and his colleagues organized patrols to prevent illegal logging.
What's this liquid here?
Successful.
What is that liquid you spilled on there?
He had such good ideas to protect the butterflies and help our community.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
They all agreed and said,
you're going to send this back and forth 40 times. 40 times.
2 weeks after Homero disappeared,
what is this liquid here? What is this?
Found floating in an
What's that?
Here. There was a wound on the back of his head. Amado had the dismal task of identifying the corpse.
How'd I find it? Oh, it's a piece of paper. It's going to blow around on the ground, just like your masks.
To be honest, I felt fear and anguish. I was nervous at the thought that it could be my brother. I prayed silently, please let it not be him. After searching for 16 days, I didn't want to find him dead.
But it was Homero. Those 16 days of uncertainty had also been agonizing for his wife and their 4 children.
They were beside themselves. They cried. They called for their father. It was painful and frightening. I wanted to cry out. Where are you?
So somebody in the next apartment is smoking crack
Public
through a
prosecutors
plastic
have so
pipe.
far failed to identify any suspects or likely motive. Omero's wife, Rebecca, is certain that it was
And
not
again,
an accident.
that's part of this master
She
plan,
thinks
that if
his
they keep blowing
environmental
crack
activism
smoke
made
at
him
me...
edit and that he was murdered.
Oh, you're mad, officer.
Others will
Officer Chomo is mad. Officer Touch-A-Kid is mad. Officer Touch-A-Kid is getting pissed. He knows what I'm about to say next. Because it is, in fact, an officer of TPS doing this.
Timber, a personal vendetta.
For 25, 30 years you've been trying that. You're going to blow crack smoke at me and I'll go, oh, the fucking division right now, bro.
Who saw butterflies as a gift of nature.
I'll call your fucking boss right now. Stupid. I'll call your fucking boss right now, stupid. Oh, you fucked off fast with that one.
Life, income, and a way to preserve the forest.
So, the Toronto police have been trying to convince kids to try crack since about 1988. Oh, System UI isn't responding. Look at this. I've got half a notification popping up. It won't finish. All these warning signs. As soon as I mention that the police keep trying to introduce children to crack, as long as I'm talking about ignorant nigger immigrant kids that have bad parents, everything's good. As soon, I went 5 minutes straight. As soon as I mentioned that the police are who's introducing kids to crack, my computer goes fucking crazy. That's crazy.
Right now, South Africa has a strict coronavirus lockdown in place. Safari tours are off the cards,
you can look
but
this up.
we headed to
Moses
the eastern
Neimer,
part of the country, home to the famous
child
Kruger
molesting,
National
drug dealing
Park.
piece of shit.
Next to it is
Had the
the
Toronto
Mala
police
Mala
on
Game
his
Reserve,
TV
which is
network
doing all it
teaching
can
us how to smoke
survive
crack.
the current crisis.
90 or some shit like that. So I might as well tell you now, since it's been
They're
40
on
years.
patrol around
They were
the
telling
clock.
us how to put the holes in the pop
Since the
can and
lockdown,
put
the
cigarette
field
ashes on
rangers
top
from
because
the
it won't
Mala
burn
Mala
otherwise.
Wildlife Reserve have even
Why
spent
did
the
we need
night
to know
out in the
that?
bush
You could
to
have left that
guard the
part out
animals.
and we would have been going, oh, this doesn't work.
The reserve
You could have
offers
left
some of
that
the
out.
most luxurious
So you have,
safaris
in
in
fact, been
southern
trying to
Africa,
introduce kids to
drawing
crack.
thousands of tourists
So, I'm going
every
to start
year.
over with my rant. Somebody in the next apartment is blowing crack smoke into the holes in my
Since the
wall.
lockdown, the
And
animals
this
have
is
been
part of this
largely alone,
quote-unquote master
and
plan.
criminal poaching gangs
They put
left.
crackheads in empty apartments on
They're
each
keen to
side of
exploit
me.
the
And Toronto
situation.
police and the management are part of this.
More recently,
The
animals that
apartments on both
sell
sides of
well
me
for
have been
their
empty
meat
for 3
have
years.
also become a target.
They've been doing renos in
Mala
this
Mala
apartment for
lies in
6
one of
months.
South
It's the same
Africa's
size as this
poorest
one.
regions, and the rangers are
All the
concerned
walls are
about the
concrete blocks.
situation
There's
in the
nothing
villages
to renovate.
surrounding the reserve.
They dragged a garbage bin this fucking tall, 310 liter or whatever it is, garbage can, every day for a month till I came on here and said, you haven't taken any garbage in a row. You've been doing this for 6 fucking months with the garbage can.
for their meat.
Hey, they stopped bringing it.
The wild animals also sense
So
that
somehow these
something
people think
has
they're going to blow
changed.
crack smoke at me
Gone
and I
are
will
the
go,
sounds of vehicles
inhale.
and
First of all,
tourists.
that's what white people do.
Some
First thing white people
residents
do when they
of the
walk
park
into a
have
room
lost
is,
their fear completely.
that's why they got the
and are
worst
coming
problem.
much
Oh, I walked
closer
into
to
the
the
room. I
camp
came,
than
what I came in
normal.
here for? Yeah, because as soon as you pass things on each side of your peripheral vision, you got to,
Vusi Mpanza is the
Trigger.
general manager at the Mala Mala Reserve.
I'm supposed to get upset about this?
Now he's holding the fort back at the camp.
You're smoking
When the
crack,
rangers
Mr. Officer,
return, he tells them about fresh
and I'm
tracks
supposed
from
to be
their
upset
latest
because somehow it
visitor.
affects me. I don't
An
know if you know
elephant
this.
paid a visit
Once a
in the night
crackhead has
and
inhaled the
damaged a
crack
number
smoke,
of trees.
once 2 seconds goes by, there's no more crack vapor in there. There's no more cocaine vapor in there. So
The
all I can
reserve
smell is
was
burning
once
plastic,
privately
butane,
owned,
carbon
but
monoxide, and
2013 saw a historic land restitution case in which the government bought up the area and gave it back to local residents. Now the land and buildings belong to 11 local
are you done,
communities
Officer
who
Touch-A-Kid?
also hold a stake in the
Officer
company that
Touch-A-Kid, are you
operates Mala
finished?
Mala. The firm pays rent to the local community and provides training to residents. The reserve employs 180 people, many of them from the local area, but few are currently working.
8 minutes for
With the
Officer
onset of
Touch-A-Kid
the
to fuck
coronavirus
off.
restrictions, the reserve lost its income. Nearly all the staff were
Oh, I
sent
spent
home.
10 minutes straight trying to
We
get
don't know
on
how long that is going to last.
I rebooted it like
And
5 times.
so for them as well, they like the staff.
Isn't that
They're so
interesting that
worried
you
that
can clear the memory
not
completely and
even come
somehow
back,
there's still a
you
piece
know,
of
so
software running?
it's a even for those who are
You know, you
in,
idiots
if
forget to
the
turn the
company
camera
doesn't
light
operate
off
at
when you
all,
hack in and
might
turn
as
it
well close
on.
it down.
You're
And
supposed to turn that light
all of
off.
us, and we're
That's
feeding a lot
part
of
of the
families.
procedure.
A lot of families are depending
Or is
on
that to let me know
maybe
I'm
one
being
person working is feeding like
watched?
10 people at home or
CSIS
more than
never
that.
told us that. You know, the cops have been
Every
trying to
day,
molest me and get me to
Mpanza
sell
speaks
drugs
to his
for them
boss online.
for the last
She's
25
doing all
years.
she
Still
can
work
to
on it. Huh?
secure additional funding. So
You
far, her
realize that,
staff
right?
have
Like, you're
received
not, this ain't some
unemployment
new
benefit from the
thing.
state. They're all Mala. on top so that
Dump
each
on my
one has
router, bro.
enough to live on.
Hey, how did you get my IP address?
Initially,
Oh, there's a lot of weaknesses in your game,
temporary
man.
employee relief scheme
There's a
was
lot of
only
weaknesses in your
for a
game.
period of 3
How
months.
did you get the IP address?
However, we are hoping that for
Solar wind tag.
industries
Pedo
such
mob.
as tourism,
What
the
you talking
government
about? That's the chat boards you got them fucking codes off of, because Anonymous
will
gave them to you on
continue,
purpose.
to at least
Anonymous
assist the
gave you those on
tourism
purpose.
industry and the hospitality industry, which has been hard
You'd have to be
hit.
fucking retarded and a crackhead to not realize that.
And Ranger Lucky Mapukula are heading out to Kildare Village to deliver face masks.
Since we've had 100 different fucking individuals using them, they're obviously getting passed around.
Kildare
You all
is one of
trusted
the 11
somebody.
villages that submitted a claim under the restitution program to get the Mala Mala land back.
And as soon as I go on about how these people are child molesters, they either get
Precious
exceptionally
Vita
angry
is
or
a
they
local
fuck
tailor.
off.
Right now, she's stopped making clothes and is sewing face masks instead.
Oh, you want to know the worst
They cost
idea in
the
the world that I see
equivalent of
advertised on a
€1
store window?
That's too expensive
Reversible
for many in the
COVID
village.
masks.
So
Oh,
staff from
when it gets
Mala
dirty,
Mala
you
are buying them up
just
to give out.
reversible.
They've
Think
already
about
bought
that.
400
It is
masks.
imperative that you never put the outside part towards your
Since the
mouth,
land was
ever.
returned, a lot
You
has
never
changed
touched the
in
outside
Kildare
part, ever.
Village. The
But
old
it's
huts
reversible.
that stood
No, else
here
it means
during
it's
the
single
time
ply.
of between. They've been replaced by new houses that are a lot more comfortable.
What the fuck is this?
They were financed by the rent and wages paid to the community by the Mala Mala Reserve.
I don't know which color I would like. So they choose.
Rulanin Global has worked at the reserve for 15 years, rising to become a kitchen manager. She too is building a new house, but now she doesn't know
We've
when
been
it
fighting
will
with
be
Mohawks
finished.
for 500
She
years too,
hasn't
more
worked
than
since the
500
end
years
of
too.
March. Her wages have been cut,
If you
and
really
she's
want to
worried
fuck around
about the
poisoning the
future.
people.
I stopped everything. The money that
You
I
still got
got
some
from
things
the
to work out
company,
with a few people
I
that seem to
keep
think
it for
somehow there's
future, because
Mohawk,
I
and
don't
there's
know what's
niggers, and
gonna
there's
happen
everything else. Micmac over here,
tomorrow.
niggers
So
over
that's why I
here,
can't
Mohawk.
spend innocent. I'll only spend the money
Or
that
whoever
I
the
get
fuck you
for
are off
food.
Six Nations. No, I know the
For food and
Tuscarora.
electricity, that's it.
So,
And keep
hey,
the rest.
I said you got something to deal with, didn't
In
I?
such uncertain times, it's especially important to stick together and help one another.
Fuck that.
The men from Mala Mala also provide tips on how residents can best protect themselves from the virus.
The virus.
They too benefit from the contact with local residents.
Benefit.
We have people on the ground who listens and get information of poaching. So that assists a lot. Hence, you see we have got less poaching in our land because our people are part of that to make sure that we protect what is theirs. So we get information before it happens, and we can able to tackle it before it happens.
Another thing the Rangers are doing right now is producing footage to post online, as no one can come to the park. At the moment, they're focusing on the so-called Big Five. That's elephants, lions, rhinos, buffaloes, and leopards. The videos of the animals are a real hit on social media.
We're making these films so that we can bring wildlife to our home because of the COVID-19 that you cannot able to come and enjoy it, right? It is around yet Mala Mala.
The Rangers have had a good day. Later on, they spot another leopard.
A snow leopard.
They're really hoping the tourists will be able to return soon, bringing desperately needed income
they
to
euthanized the
safeguard
last
the
white
future
rhino.
of the Mala Mala Game Reserve.
Well, there were 10,000 people protesting a pipeline that couldn't
That's all from
function,
us at Global
could not
3000
function.
this week. We're curious to
thank
know
you,
what you
US
liked
Army.
about this week's show. Drop us a line to global3000@dw.com.
Corps of Engineers.
See you next
no, up
time.
here it's combat
Take
engineers.
care.
They're sappers. It's the same. It's the same thing. Combat engineers. Thank you for that. Building a pipeline that you knew could not hold one drop of oil. Thank you. All you assholes pretending to be there. What'd you do about the buffalo? Nothing. Nothing. It's buffalo. They killed the last few hundred buffalo in Yosemite Park. They butchered them.
During this pandemic, UN peacekeeping is performing vital peace and security
All right, so if Officer Touch a Kid is finished,
continuing to deliver on our
I
members.
was gonna go out and do
Helping
something.
to
I got
respond
fucking idiots trying to fucking crowd me in the elevator still. Oh, one of them runs up at the last second, then one more, then one more.
Awareness.
Right. So I have to breathe in. No.
Protecting our staff and partners to make sure
We
we're part
got
of
the
the
two
solution,
fucking archetypes of
not part of the problem.
hack and slack.
Helping to
Kill the
contain
audio
and mitigate,
already.
ensuring our personnel are not contagion agents. Helping the most vulnerable.
Just start over
Focusing
again,
our efforts on the
stupid.
possible spread of COVID-19 in peacekeeping contexts, making sure our operations are prepared. To learn more about our work, visit us at peacekeeping.un.org.
And the reason I made the title what it is, wow, we got black screen. This is good. This is good. Video's already over.
Hi,
No sound.
I'm Henrietta Ford, Executive Director of UNICEF. I know this year has been hard on young people. Your lives have been turned upside down. What seemed normal and familiar is now strange and new.
Oh,
And what you're feeling is probably hard to explain. Things might not feel right now, but we can use
I have
this
to hear
time
this
to
fucking
think about
crazy
how
bitch
we
talking
can
bullshit.
reimagine and build a better world.
so the point was,
You are
I still
not
have these
alone.
assholes running.
I
Keep it
hear
up.
you.
Keep it up. Keep it up.
And I
keep it
know
up.
our friends
The archetypes of
hear you.
hack and slash, bebop and rock steady.
Thank you, representatives of the member
Keep it up.
states.
Keep it up, Officer Touch a Kid. Keep it up, Officer Touch a Kid. Keep it
for
up.
global health security. UNICEF Executive
So
Director.
every time I go to give it an input, it just freezes before I give it the input. Really, that's normal behavior from my computer, right? So we've now been at this 30 fucking minutes and have done nothing in terms of a video yet. If you think I'm upset, hardly. If you are always telling me you're upset, you need to relax. If you scream the word relax at somebody, you're dumb. It's like these idiots, one of the videos on here. The one cop pulling me this way and pushing me, and then push the two cops side to side at the window. They're both trying to push me into the glass. They're getting mad that I won't go through the glass because I'm stronger than them. So they're kicking my feet, like my feet are gonna go up suddenly over the window frame and through. Yeah, you can see it in the video. They're kicking at my feet. Hey, the guy that took that video fucked with me on a different level. He's dead too, and nobody cared. Oh, I'll play you all off each other till you're all dead. If you want to keep playing these fucking games, if you really want to keep playing these fucking games, keep it up. The corollary to this is it's okay to rape a child as long as the kid doesn't say, hey, you're raping me and I don't want you to do that and it's hurting me and it can do this and that to me as it's happening. That's the corollary here. I'm constantly required to justify my reasons why I won't let people do things to me. I'm constantly being told I have to prove medical shit and my ethnic background and everything else that is completely illegal to do. And then everything to do with my ethnic background, I'm denied access to. Everything. All the way back to, they called it what, African studies? All right. There was another kid with a Dutch last name as pale as me. Because he acted like a nigger, he's obviously black. We were like 8 or 10 years old or some shit, it shouldn't matter, but he did. And I didn't. And he was allowed in the, right. And no white person was allowed to learn anything about black people, apparently, in that class. I have no idea what they were taught. I can only assume it was bad stuff. I see this idiot out there still. So, I should be upset. I don't give a fuck.
Hard in the chest. I look.
Keep it up. Keep it up, Officer Touch a Kid. Keep it up, Officer Touch a Kid.
Revolutionaries.
Oh, so I was gonna go up plant stuff. The wind is doing like 60 to 80 clicks out here. I'm gonna have to go out that way later anyway.
You gotta be smart when you dealing with these motherfuckers. Gather for your arms and get ready. Bulletproof, window glass don't shatter. They wildin' out like black lives don't matter. The other day the beast try to play me. It's war zone. In the hood, they brought the Navy. Unrest, protests, stay 7. Cause they killed a strong black man like James Evans. Daytime, we trying to keep the shit peaceful. Nightfall, I'm out looting with the people. Police shooting, tear gas, rubber bullets. The end of the world, ain't no other way to put it. Pearl Harbor, looking like Okinawa. Even through the thick of it all, we smoking sour. Repeat felons, got us in the street yelling. Fuck that.
Miss Hill, grade 7, Park Hill Public.
It's telling lies. World news won't blitz.
You don't exist. Invented by Hollywood. Bitch, you were invented by Hollywood. The same bitch that would not let me sit at the front of the class knowing I couldn't see the board.
Just got a new 48 skate the bus on. I do it accordingly, disorderly.
I told you I'm not applying myself and all these other fucking things. What does she do?
We shut them down, kick them like Luke Cage.
Child molesting teacher.
What? My crew bangs is no game. Beast waiting to take a lane. Burglars of these murderers beat the fight, but when I strike, blam, blam on the bama, open like I open them like with the hammer. If they crooked, mean it seems I ain't got no time. Hit them up, Officer O'Connor, I'm a bomber. Lit them up, you dig? Pigs feel the karma, no drama.
You should ask about Officer Benson before you start, you dumbass.
I'm a moving target, we strike back. It's one for power, one for Martin.
Enough credit to know when to shut the fuck up and quit, eh? The rest of you didn't get the point. Mark Saunders didn't get that point. Oh, from Chicago, I'm gonna grab your nuts, buddy. My brother's mother don't want to fuck you. Get over it. It's been 40 fucking years, dog. But what if it's worse? What if she did and like his dick was too small or some weirdo thing? What was it? Or he was a crackhead or something? I guarantee. As an undercover narcotics officer, he's consumed more than enough drugs.
Silence ain't gonna be no more compliance. New alliance, we ain't against you survivors. They don't care, you can get shot like a dog. Cause these cops think they on top of the law. These ain't no lies. Why you acting all surprised? It's a million more rookie cops thinking they live. We survive, rush shots to rotten apple. Stay on your mat, it's a trap. You be a shot, yo, we strike back. Take one of mine, stick one of yours, yo, we strike back. Take one of mine, stick one of yours, we strike back. Take one of mine, stick one of yours, yo, we strike back. Strike back, strike back, strike back, yo, we strike back. Take one of mine, stick one of yours, yo, we strike back. Take one of mine, stick one of yours, we strike back. Take one of mine, stick one of yours, yo, we strike back. Strike back, strike back, strike back.
I can see this. I'm watching this whirlwind of smoke over here.
I be sinning, I'm winning. They don't like it. Yeah, I bet. I see the pain in their heart and their chest. Watch your said I'ma get that spinach. I be sinning, I'm winning. They don't like it. Yeah, I bet. I see the pain in their heart and their chest. I love the rain when it falls, yeah, I'm blessed. Fuck the fame and the cars and the jets. I had them thinking I was gone to the psych ward. I never let them live a life we would die for. Hell out, oh, I can't save her, I'm no lifeguard. Maybe you can get the D, but I might charge. Pull up to the spot, they're like, who is that there? Hands up, give me the loot like a cashier. What you thought, are you dumb? I don't play shit. I killed you and your brother with the same clip. All that bullshit you been talking, boys, ain't you? I'm a different man now, leave you faceless. Watch you said I'ma get that spinach. I be sinning, I'm winning. They don't like it, yeah, I bet. I see the pain in their heart and their chest. Watch you said I'ma get that spinach. I be sinning, I'm winning. They don't like it, yeah, I bet. I see the pain in their heart and their chest, yo. Versus spot, then I'm leaving unidentified. Just a rental, had to drop it off at Enterprise. Shell casings in the whip, had to check it twice. I think my OGs for that shit, they give good advice. Yeah, this about to be a genocide. These motherfuckers will be dead, but I can never die.
Officer Toucher Kid, can you fuck off?
Minutes in a push just to get inside. Yeah, we are not the same.
No, you're gonna keep making sure I know you're like that. No, buddy, do you know what the fuck you are? Because us watching you is intergenerational. You watching me is one generation, not even. It's the last few years. You understand what the fuck the deal is? You need to fuck off, buddy. What is so critically important and secret? I'm gonna blow smoke out my window and watch it spin around like a tornado. What's so important, Officer Toucher Kid? What's the problem with that? You are, in fact, associated if you are not the person. Keep it up. Keep it up. Keep it up. You are, in fact, associated if you are not yourself with police officers and child rapists. Yes, you are. That's where you got these scripts that you copied and pasted. Oh, someone sent them to you in an email? Well, where'd they get them from? And where'd that person get them from, stupid? I'm telling you directly, we've had 200 different idiots try these codes, and maybe 4 people over and over try them. Your pathology shows through.
Pain in their heart and their chest. Watch you said I'ma get that spinach. I be sinning, I'm winning.
I'm gonna give you like a good luck charm or something. Here's your good luck. This would be your magic wand to make niggers go away. I'm gonna give you this. I want you to run around every time you see niggers. Oh, nigger. That's what we're gonna do. Here's your, and that way everybody will see your dumbass. Hey, it's exactly what you're doing now when you keep pinging my fucking router like an idiot. You think your ISP don't see that? It's all private property. Everybody's got a vested interest in figuring out where this traffic's coming from. Except me, I don't give a fuck. But the police know they got child molesters and crooked cops and so forth well within their ranks. They know it. The more times you keep reporting me to the police and then attacking me, what do you think happens? I'd like to know how many times the cops got called on me while I was in jail. I'd like to, those little things I'd like to know.
Versus spot, then I'm leaving unidentified. Just a rental, had to drop it off at Enterprise. Shell casings in the whip, had to check it twice. I think my OGs for that shit, they give good advice. Yeah, this about to be a genocide. Motherfuckers will be dead, but I can never die. The reason why you think she met a guy. Minutes in the pussy just to get inside. Yeah, we are not the same kind. You gotta pay dues, I already paid twice. Y'all don't make moves, all you do is waste time. I'ma always be woke while you haters stay. Watch you said I'ma get that spinach. I be sinning, I'm winning. They don't like it, yeah, I bet. I see the pain in their heart and their chest. Watch you said I'ma get that spinach. I be sinning, I'm winning. They don't like it, yeah, I bet. I see the pain in their heart and their chest.
So Canadian pennies up until 97 are bronze. From 98 onwards is when they started making them. That's why these here don't ever turn green. And then, or for the most part. No, I lied. This one's got some weird tarnish. It's almost green. And this one's newer. No, I think. Am I wrong? Look at it all. No, this is the new crown. Fucking years. I could be right. Somewhere around there they changed the composition to zinc. I think there was some copper, but not much. They're bronze. Or something. Look at these motherfuckers. They should be green as hell. They're not.
Been out on the grind for the minute, trying to get it out, and I've been getting it. These niggas have been sweating it. Don't get out the bed, but when I phone a nigga begging it, I'm way ahead of it.
Going off about the cops and child molesters? If you really want me to, I will, but I'm kind of tired of it myself.
Man agrees to vote. I'm out for them notes, but I still keep it close. Case a man tried to.
Although, what was Howard Stern's probably most popular, most heard episode?
Stashing knives in me clothes. If it's not your beef, don't get involved.
You know the answer.
Down and no cases getting sold. Listen, I'm the shooter, you're the victim. I rode out with him and told police away with him. I gave me boys hollow tip slopes for the dudes. I said that's for that dude. The next day he went and clipped him. Back on it, make this got the shotty. Said I don't want it, I've got nowhere to put it. Plus it's out of bullets and I hate them shotguns. Cause when it's beef, I've never got nowhere to stuff it. I'm riding out with handings with bullets that expand. If a hitman by the barbers, he gon' land by pound. And I ain't lost, so don't act like you found, man. 8 bills for the buzz if you want that brown tan. Listen, I'm trying to stay low off the radar from Pope because I know they want me so. They're still trying to find me from crimes that I did years ago, but I don't even give a fuck. I got fined once, they hit me with some threats, talking about they'll take the shit if I didn't pay the debt. You gotta cheat, little fucking dumb. Tell him Jeezy, straight Liverpool to Toronto. You know what it is? Show these niggas how we rap on our side.
Now, what would tie these guys together? Like I keep saying, it ties this guy and me together. And you keep telling me I'm not what I am. Oh, some British white boy, some nigger from Canada, and this guy here doesn't know what he is, right? We don't know what we're talking about, right? Oh, low, keep the overhead low.
And I'm like, word to my mother, this pump kills. And if I don't have it, then I know that this knife will.
Why? Because your enemies will.
I know that the toolie got liver for a man, turn your liver to a polar blood, it's that real. Gas pill, but the gas will. And the thing gets stashed in the backfield. And I'm like,
real son? Is it really real son? More than up to kill one? Is it really?
But I'm taking it all back. Handle some smooth, pump short, cause I saw that. Guns with suppressors like I'm ready for combat. Yo, A-Star, tell these fuck niggas beyond that. It's one phone call, 7 niggas in all black. Be ready, nigga. Hop back and blow deadly, nigga. Stays in my hand. Can't talk it, it's too heavy, nigga. Yeah. Hop back and blow deadly, nigga. Stays in my hand. Can't talk it, it's too heavy, nigga.
Been getting it. Understand? Past tense, meaning as far back as we can remember. You've been doing this. It's the title of the track. People are listening. Most of these think you run everything because of weird delusions you have.
Suffered only minor burns.
Keep it up, officer. Keep it up, officer. Keep pinging that router. Keep hitting that script that run.
I hope you have your offerings close,
run IP
bundled
config.
tight, and in plain sight. As I tell you about the night when
what's he talking about? Exactly. Why are you playing this game, officer?
It was a night filled with mystery and the reliving of histories. It took centuries for this to be.
Now, I got a link here. It says, I got like 5 links. I haven't checked the articles yet. Because I can save them when I'm not online. And then once I get online, I don't bother checking. It says, Nova Scotia man buys bicycle to get healthier, but is refused pickup because of his weight. Yeah, that ran through my head a whole bunch. All I can think is what? They think it's not his order because... I mean, wouldn't you send a big guy to pick up some heavy? If he had a choice? It's Nova Scotia.
Nigga like me, man. I'm on a game.
Money
what I fantasize.
I must have collected, and then minus the one, like if I include the ones already scattered, between 10 and 20,000 grapes so far. And you can multiply that by about 2. 2.25 approximately. So 1/4 have 4 seeds, 1/4 have 3, 1/4 have 2.
Beating court cases surround me like a gang of flies. I seen the gun to keep it moving, only fantasize about my equilibrium. I need to answer why. I need these banknotes in millions. The pauses for my mini men to lay up in the BNC. This
So
D up
the
in
one
my two more
that's
times. I
like
fantasize.
the fact I made all these videos the last year or so.
They never knew I wanted
You can check, and I've been trying to keep track of when they do these updates. I think they do the city at 4, but they did it at 2.
The hustle game was crucial. You jump and then they shoot you. Understand my whys? I can still be on my hammer shit. No, with the MC in me burning like this cannabis.
Is that 129 or 130?
The fluctuate, the Sorrento. It's the only thing that's switching up. The game chill like mental. The who and you is kinfo. I've been broken, came up it, lost that and still cold. You niggas joking, still broke. Free my niggas in and out. I'm about to hit the books, I'm the accountant. Tunnel vision, rook versus all them cooks, I am surrounded. Pretty like the pound it. My fight barking louder than these gang events. And none of you ain't been a threat. I'll show you how this 30 get. That's my age guard, it's been the next planet for the president. These pussies on the internet, so flashing on my game they rap. I never knew about Snoopy and Connect. I was the first female to rap the rappers rap. You twisted cause I cut the
like sunbeams of smoke.
Surely broke this bread though. When I was talking about my kinfolk, them years ended 0. There's deuces on the decade. You drop on so still fake. I'm coming through the fuck it up like Luke Cage. I'm wavy like the loose spray. I still on point.
That one, not this one, the Nokia 5200. It would filter out smoke and everything. No, this one. Is it this one? Yeah, I think it's this one. Every time I try to take a picture of smoke or haze or fog, it filters it out somehow. It outsmarted me.
Sex, money, and murder is what I fantasize. When y'all were getting shot up, I was getting my bars up.
And they won't understand why I'm complaining.
Sex, drugs, and murder for money. You coming from me, I'm fucking gully. You still living, then you was lucky. You were public thinking, trying your best. In this fight, we fight to the death. You bitches lost your sight and your breath. Taking your senses for granted. We came up here and married the Manson. You and your homie gon' be sharing your casket. We carried a ratchet and said that you were burial package. It's very relaxing. The way we taking care of the packets get carried in plastic and dumped from an aerial vantage. My moms used to say I'm always taking advantage. Nah, cause really I ain't taking the fat shit. Like these are kind of people make reports and they flag shit. And I'm on work float like a stay in a damn ship. So I defend this bitch, I be strapped like Stan Smith. And boy, that ain't no reference.
There's like a 20-30 second delay from when I breathe out and I see it blowing across the
world. Get you
world.
fired from your job with a severance.
People really don't believe in things they don't see. Dust, radiation. If they change the channel when something bad comes up in their mind, it didn't happen.
My A-Rap keep explosives where it's turbulence. You feel the cold, I'll turn the heat on, it's courteous. My treaty niggas put the poison in your curry dish. Mr. Opium, mix the pipe, burpee heads and okra. Boy, I'll get you soaked up, tie them up and roped up. Chain look like gold dust. What's wrong, you know us. Flash down and still get your throat cut. Sex, money, and murder is what I fantasize. Sex, money, and murder is what I fantasize. Sex, money, and murder is what I fantasize. Sex, money, and murder is what I fantasize.
I have a logical argument. A logic problem. So you can make a claim for land in Africville. So the logic problem. Disprove my claim. If I could track my bloodline back to the beginning of when Pictou Landing became a when the government of Canada decided it's a reservation, Indian status and all this. And I have sickle cell. Prove me wrong that somebody in my ancestry lived in Africville. Prove me fucking wrong. I don't think you can. How'd my dad and my grandmother get sickle cell? How'd they get it? No, they, and I don't, let's see, we got this weird, remember, I got bad symptoms now, but they were mild before. They had so much pain in their life.
I had a dream I was a gangster, drinking my wet stolen text, making sure the cash is correct, and I step investments in stock, sewing up the box to sell rocks, winning gunfights with the cops, custom-made suits, hands full of ice and gold, making $1,000 bets on the dice. I roll when I want niggas rolling out the red coat. Now how good could a black man have it? Living like a king with a habit, I keep it automatic. The whole crew's like a love word. Rumors about the way we make figures well heard. Nickname the Killer Clan. Shoot your killer man. If it's still a gram, I shake my left hand and knock you a minute on the rock. Cause if I do a minute on the rock, the jury's getting knocked. I got girls that kept bragging. Cause I owned all the runner-ups in every state's beauty pageant. It's on my Lamborghini for your martini. Little kids in the street, they wanna be me. I'm living in a mansion, holding niggas' wife for ransom. I'm like a rich Charles Manson, up in the backyard, about 40 acres. You read about me in the papers. I hit the jackpot every night from all my crack spots. We attack cops for props. I got sons with guns, they all done crime. They're so wild, they even scare my ass sometimes. All the niggas on the block are so corny. I got Madonna looking like Solar Scope for me. Bad bitches kissing my ass. I got a few mil in the stash with bets made of cash. But on my head was a price. I made the bad guys in Miami Vice look nice.
Nigga, stop
I got raided. My crib was invaded. But then I still made it. To the ghetto.
We attack cops for props. The song came out in '94.
The cops caught the car and sprayed till it was smoke jump. That's when I woke up.
A number of, so the Toronto Star's always been digging up dirt on the police. A whole bunch of them got beat up and had their blocks stolen. Before this song came out, we attack cops for props. The guns and declaration, niggas stop front. Then he turned around and shoot the cop and just ran off with the gun. There's a whole shitload of times where police cars have been stolen and found somewhere else, and they never track down who did it. You hop in, steal a car, and leave. That's Toronto. I don't know if you don't get down like that everywhere else. It's fucked up place.
I brought Buddha, civilians in a Kit Kat. Now I'm walking back through the drug-infested area, which was filled with hysteria. When a cop yelled, "Come here, black," I thought to myself, what part of the game is that? I didn't do no crime for you to be wasting your time with your antagonistic mind. He said that I was being smart and I better run. He looked like a Klansman with a gun. So I started floating. Police in Queensbridge, they don't be joking. I ran up my crib in a nick of time, rolled up a Philly and stashed the 9. Police stayed left, I was out of breath and whatnot. Somebody got shot, that's why it's hot. I called my man and told him the adventure. And later I meet him at the community center. I need a 6-pack of Bex. It's just another day in the projects.
So there's the community food center here where I live now. But like when I was a kid, there was Nazareth Cowan.
2020 that our team thought it necessary to share this cautionary message with you. Throughout the day and in the coming weeks, our coverage may become overwhelming for some.
We at 680 News are dedicated to bringing you the facts and will continue to do so as this unprecedented situation unfolds. Now is the time to remain calm and stay safe. We're here with you and will be until the situation is resolved.
Which one?
Information about COVID-19 was coming in.
Now, see, they can record those as little segments and just piece them together later.
The federal health minister told Canadians to consider
like the last guy alive in the fucking radio station could figure out how to do it, and the public wouldn't know.
And Ontario Chief Medical Officer Dr. David Williams said gatherings of more than 1,000 people should be postponed. COVID-19 seemed to become real for many of us when the virus that had been ravaging China, Italy, and the UK reached Prime Minister Trudeau and his wife Sophie. She tested positive for the virus after recently traveling to the UK to speak.
And nobody around her did. Hold on.
Actor Idris Elba was at that same event.
They complained that he's got 2 babysitters. He's got 2 kids. They're 2 Canadian Forces members.
Along with flour and other strange items. There was a fear the LCBO would close, but thankfully it never did. Going on a cruise stopped being a thing along with anything else. It seemed like a nice little getaway. We started physically distancing, stopped seeing each other in person.
His mom fucked the rock star.
Haven't seen in a while and may never be seen again. We've come a long way over the last year. We've learned to live alongside the virus as best we can.
Your girl get that? Nobody around her got it.
Seems to be under control, and now we're learning to do more
shopping online.
You didn't get tested
because they didn't have enough tests. Self-isolated.
As the province and country works towards immunizing people against COVID-19, we can say 680 News is still here with you.
At least plausible deniability.
The facts from misinformation, and we're still going to be with you until the situation is resolved.
This is 680 News. You wouldn't want your marriage performed by an auctioneer.
So, next up to the altar, these two. Do you, Rebecca, take me Jason to be your wedded husband and have a home from this day forward for better, for worse, for richer, or poor, to love and to cherish until death do you part. Yada, yada, you're married. Wait, what? I'll take that as I do. Do you, Jason?
During the ceremony there, the best man, they were making googly eyes at each other while the vows were being exchanged. I mean, that would be the unkindest cut of all, eh?
What?
Probably, yeah. All right. Thanks a lot. Thanks for weighing in, John. Okay. Well, as I said, sometimes it looks like that's a plot in adult cinema. Oh, there's a guy, by the way, I'm thinking if it's in New York. I'm going to ask these guys at the bottom of the hour about this. He set up a video store in his basement, the replica of a video store. That's the sort of thing. People will have their man caves, with memorabilia of sports all around. He set up a video store, including the porn section. His wife's really proud of what he's done down there. Share that story with you at the bottom of the hour.
What's the alternative? A bar, right?
Somebody from the Insurance Bureau of Canada and why it is that so many catalytic converters are now being swiped. Outrageous numbers on that. In a moment, as I say, Oakley Show, 21 past. First to the roads we go on a check and chop of traffic. Ari Rabinovich.
On the East 401,
last time I checked, it was $900 an ounce for
blocking the left lane, but it's in the process of clearing right now, so that's some good news. But in the meantime, very busy from just beyond Guelph Light. Hopefully these delays will start to pick up soon. And on the East 401 collectors past Dixie, that stall has also been cleared out of the right lane, but still got a crash.
Because airbags explode and catalytic converters don't. And airbags on the inside and catalytic converters on the outside.
Appliances. Take advantage of their 1-2 free offer with over $11,000 in value. See Appliance Canada for details. I'm Ari Urbanovich, Global News Radio, 640 Toronto, Chopper Traffic.
Vashon Insurance Group presents Did You Know?
Ways small business can save on insurance.
Leaving downtown, first of all, westbound Lakeshore west of Coxwell, we had a door in the 2 right lanes, so watch out for that. Rescue has been notified. Westbound Gardner Queenie East from the DVP to west of Strawn, 427 to west of Dixie, and from Ford Drive off and on to west of Guelph Line. It's also busy on the eastbound QEW from Appleby to Ford Drive. At Monte Carlo Winds, it's their goal to be your home away from home. Stay connected with their winter packages. Enter promo code WINTER at MonteCarloWinds.com.
10 minutes later, a pilot there.
10
minutes later, a pothole. 10 minutes later, a busted up pylon.
It's going to be colder, but it's actually
that would have been perfect if it was that's
and the winds will get lighter gradually through this evening. Tomorrow, up to about 30 to 40 kilometers per hour. Lots of sun, a high of 7, and then early Sunday morning we have some wet flurries, so it could be a little bit slick outside of the city, to the north especially.
You're feeling really generous. Bet on ladders.
The sun returns in the afternoon. The wind is coming back Sunday
the
as well.
MTO must have like a warehouse full of old ladders.
At the bus stop where wind chills of -15. It'll be a sunny Monday with a high of 1 degree. Tonight down to a low of -6. It's currently 4 degrees and falling at Pearson.
Coming up at the bottom of the hour, breaking news before government starting next week. Weddings, funerals, and religious services, rites, and ceremonies in the great lockdown areas like Toronto Peel will be permitted to expand to up to 15% total occupancy indoors are up to 50 people. Outdoors, we're looking into that. And breaking news from Brampton, Peel Public Health has ordered Amazon to close its massive facility there due to an outbreak. This is 680 News.
For
seniors, it's never been more important.
Oh, you would have heard it live. I could have got on my fast enough, right?
Call home. Silver Cross is dedicated to helping you stay mobile in the comfort of your home for as long as possible. From medical beds to stair lifts to home lifts,
they're running it once an hour.
Silver Cross has all kinds of ways to help you stay in your home longer. Right now, you can even buy a stair lift online, including professional installation. Visit silvercrossstores.com today and connect with an expert, because home is where you want to be.
Coronavirus updates and breaking news.
All on the Be the First to Know newsletter.
Sign up now at 680news.com.
I did. It doesn't work. I don't get any alerts of any type at all. The ones I sign up for, the ones they send out to your any of that shit. Emails, no, I don't get nothing. I'm blacklisted, so I can give them any email address. Somehow Skynet knows it's me. You don't need this. This is not for you. But will it pretend to accept it, man?
The statement refers to it as a private conversation to apologize for his comments during question period yesterday. Richie's next.
It's madness this month at Nav Badia's Hyundai.
Madness? This is
March! This March, get lease rates from 0.9% OAC. Don't pay for 90 days on all models, and the Essential Workers Program has been extended at all 3 Superfan locations. That's not all. The first 50 purchases this March will receive a special prize pack.
Looking for a Hyundai? I'm your guy.
Visit NavBadiasHyundai.com for details on their Hyundai Advantage sales event.
Know how hard people work to get their clothes to look like this in the 80s?
Ready to invest in our online presence. Ready to increase our cash flow. Ready to adapt to our new reality.
The BDC Small Business Loan is here to help you be ready for what's ahead. Get up to $100,000 with affordable terms and no application fees. It's quick, easy, and 100% online. Apply now at bdc.ca/online loan. BDC, financing, advising.
You don't need any paperwork? Serious.
680 Business Report. Hey, Richie.
What?
Big week for stocks coming to an end on generally and note the TSX and Dow.
If they say your name, you get to do that. I get to do it when it's my name.
TSX up about
no, the doctor's got me double thinking everything, which I never used to do. Everything you say, they write down different. You say you saw something, your name up on the video on the wall. Who's getting coded messages in the feed? Reference to hallucinating.
Under a bit of pressure, down 78 points. A renewed rise in government bond yields, depressing some of these big name tech stocks. Facebook fell 2% today.
The average person, if I do that in front of them,
and Apple
they
shares
laugh or they wouldn't.
well to $120.
The doctors will write it down as I think they're talking to me personally to the radio.
The Reddit rebellion trade. Would you believe GameStop
not what I
jumped about 100% on the week? GameStop closing higher today by 1.7% at $264.46
Why are you
US.
reporting on
Been 3 straight winning weeks for GameStop, but it found a lot of investor interest this week on news that Mr. Cohen, one of the board members on the company, is going to head up now the e-commerce transformation for GameStop. A lot of analysts very downbeat on this. I mean, judging by the balance sheet, the stock is certainly not worth $264. However, some are making a bullish case for it. What with U.S. stimulus checks going out over the weekend, many Americans are going to get a check for $1,400. Deutsche Bank did a study and it found many investors aged 25 to 34 will put about 50% of their stimulus checks to work in the stock market, and perhaps that money will find its way into GameStop.
I don't believe you got this cohort of 25 to 34-year-old investors.
Back to the February, 259,000, the unemployment rate down to 8.2%. Canadian dollar jumps, it's up down to 80.19 cents US. Top stories are next, just seconds away, here on 680 News.
Streams of Truth, brought to you by Sportsnet Now.
Sports fans just want one thing, to watch the game in peace. So, go ahead, confiscate your child's tablet and stream the game with Sportsnet Now. You deserve to find peace. And you can do so by streaming sports on a tablet protected by a pink butterfly case smeared with applesauce.
Live stream sports with Sportsnet Now.
Actually, that might be apricot.
Starting at $9.99. Visit snnow.ca.
So the province
during the
all the
Adventure
kids,
sales event, find exceptional limited time
iPads or
offers on
whatever
Land Rover
last
vehicles,
year.
including the legendary Defender, the dynamic Range Rover Sport, or the versatile Discovery Sport. Each one offers unrivaled performance on road and off. For a limited time, receive finance rates as low as 0% or savings up to $5,000 on select 2020 vehicles. Book your safe, contactless appointment today at your local Land Rover authorized retailer. Hurry, offers end March 31st. Land Rover, above and beyond.
You'll hear it here
First, breaking news when it happens.
on 680 News.
Italy has announced another nationwide lockdown as it faces a third wave of COVID infection. Starting Monday, most of that country showing high rates of infection will be placed under lockdown. Italy's prime minister says the entire country will enter lockdown over Easter long weekend as well. Officials there say the enhanced measures are needed following weeks of rising numbers in most regions of the country, including 27,000
you guys keep
new
doing
cases
everything after
today
the fact.
and nearly 400 new deaths. Clear
It's not
skies tonight,
coordinated at all.
-2 overnight, mainly clear, -6 tomorrow morning, cloudy, and -2 tomorrow afternoon, sunshine up to 7. It's 4:30.
Here's the problem. You're going to get something like Ebola or something's going to break out, and you won't have anybody to go deal with it. And you won't have anybody to go deal with it.
Good afternoon. This is Friday, the 12th of March. I'm Sljana Tominzik.
And I'm James Monroe. Here's what you need to know.
As of Monday, weddings, funerals, and religious services in gray lockdown. That's Toronto and Peel can have up to 15% total occupancy indoors or up to 50 people outside. Peel Public Health has forced a massive Amazon facility in Brampton to close after an outbreak of COVID-19.
The portal is open. Toronto residents 80 and older can now book a vaccine appointment.
9
We now know
cases
the
on the
opening
Brampton
dates
transit.
for 6 mass vaccination sites. Prime
That's
Minister
what it said
Justin
last
Trudeau
night.
confirms Pfizer will be delivering at least 1 million
Yeah, I was
COVID
going to
vaccine
post that
doses
up. I guess
per
I'm a
week
little late.
from the end of March to early
We'll
May.
just wait till the one for this
Maple Leafs
Amazon
have a
thing
new
comes out and
goaltender.
post
They've
that.
acquired Benny Vevalainen from Columbus in exchange for Mikko Lehtinen. And the Blue Jays fall short in Bradenton today. Sports at 45.
Traders buying stocks today, capping off a big history-making week for equities. Plus, Canada's economy adding more jobs in February. Business at 56.
I don't know.
News time, 4:31.
Traffic and weather together on the watch brought to you by Don Valley
So-
North Lexus. Here is
What part of the DNA
It's a really nasty drive out there.
determines where the spots are going to be today or tomorrow or the next day?
Leslie and the
The
Express,
patches
two
are
left
pigment.
lanes blocked off with a new crash. Now westbound 401 is slow going from Brock Street to
patches are
approaching Salem through
hypopigmentation. I
Kennedy
guess
and
it
the
depends how you
collectors,
wanna look
and
at
now
it.
jammed from the 404 to west of Leslie and the Express. Then westbound 401 west of the Allen and the collectors. The right lane still blocked off with the crash, so delays start for that from Bayview
this
collectors and from Yonge and the Express to west of the Allen. More delays west 401 400 to Dixon,
I'm not
west of
expecting
Huron,
the
Ontario
camera to
Express
pick it
Mavis
up 'cause
collectors
it's not
towards Mississauga Road, and from the
it's
407
not
to west
easy
of
to see with the
Trafalgar.
eyes
East
either.
401 delays east of Guelph Line to Trafalgar through Mississauga Road, from the south of Pearson and the Express Kipling
But 2
collectors
years
to the
ago, it was
400,
here.
approaching Kiel to Leslie, Victoria Park to Kennedy
Both sides.
collectors, and approaching Brock Road to East Salem. From the 680 traffic center, Christine Lagos.
On the
So
northbound
that's no
400,
sun
not only is
tanning
it slow from
issue or
Highway
tan
7
line.
Express to north of Major Mackenzie,
That's
but now we have a
covered all the
crash
time.
north of King Road in the left lane. It's jammed from approaching King Road, so about a 4-kilometer backup, and delays from Canal Road to north of Highway 88. It's also slow on the northbound Don Valley 404
No
from Gerard
way.
to north of Lawrence, approaching the 407 to north of 16.
Guardrail on that
Westbound
motherfucker
Gardner
or something?
Queenie is heavy DVP
You
to
said
west of
that?
Strawn, 427 to west of Cofra, and Ford Drive to west of Guelph Line. Eastbound QEW is slow from Burloak to Ford Drive. A Don Valley North Lexus enjoy
Because
credits
the
of
sign to
up to
Welland is
$3,000
pointing the wrong
and a
way.
loyalty
That's
rate
why.
reduction of up to
Cocksuckers, you
2%.
did
Visit
do that.
DonValleyNorthLexus.com for details. Your next report's at 4:41.
I know, because I
Now
took
the
it the right
forecast,
way
here's
3
Natasha
times and the
Ramsay.
wrong way
And those
once.
temperatures, they say goodbye to the double digits for a while here. We're going down to -6 tonight. That morning wind chill will be double digits at -12. That's the feels like. Lots of sun tomorrow, a little breeze out of the southwest with a high of 7, and some wet flurries returning overnight Saturday into Sunday morning. Tonight we're down to a low of -6. It's currently 4 degrees at Pearson.
That's the 680 News.
We have breaking news from the province. It is adjusting capacity limits for weddings, funerals, and religious services for areas currently in gray lockdown like Toronto and Peel.
This comes as province reports nearly 1,400 new cases, roughly 40% of which are new variants. 680's Phil Martino joins us live. Phil.
James, you can't exactly throw a big fat Greek wedding, but you can have guests at your wedding in Toronto and Peel. As of Monday, weddings, funerals, and religious services, rites, or ceremonies in grey lockdown will be permitted to allow for up to 15% of total occupancy indoors or up to 50 people outside. Province is reporting 1,371 new cases of COVID-19 today and 18 more deaths. The province also reporting that 1,110 more cases of the virus have been resolved. Ontario also says that over 43,000 doses of a COVID-19 vaccine were administered since the last daily report. According to the province's top doctor, David Williams, while the data shows that Ontario's vaccine rollout is helping to save lives, the next few months are critical. So Martino, 680 News. And we have breaking news from
I wonder how many businesses around here I could buy a piece of with $100,000.
Major facility in Brampton and have workers self-isolate for 2 weeks. 680's Madison Fitzpatrick joins us live with those details. Madison.
We still have a laundromat down
in
here.
Brampton has been told they need to close down and have workers self-isolate for 14 days. Now, this outbreak where thousands of people work is located at 8050 Heritage Road in the Steeles in Winston Churchill area. But as Peel's medical officer of health, Dr. Lawrence Lowe, tells us, this isn't the first time the facility has been affected by COVID.
So this is the facility that's seen approximately 617 cases since October. We were able to contain those and track those very closely while keeping the rest of the facility safe. But like I said, just in the last few weeks, that transmission picture has changed.
The Peel Public Health says over the past few weeks, the rate of infection across Peel region has been decreasing. However, the rate inside the plant has been increasing by 40%.
The rate of
they have also found
new
cases aren't
infections
necessarily linked
is
to the
decreasing.
same cluster, and they have also found variants of concern. Reporting live, I'm Madison Fitzpatrick.
So it's like everybody's trying to play this little experimental game to see if they can get it at just the right rate to breathe like crazy. They don't want to wipe it out. They don't want to let it run its course. They're going to, the more obstacles you put in front of it without killing it off, the stronger you make it. The more mutations and everything. You might as well have just let it run its course at this point. It would have killed a bunch more people. But what's this? What are all these mutations going to do?
In the north, when Premier Ford accused
that would have burned out a lot faster than it has.
vaccine line and flying into a community he didn't belong to. That was the Premier's words. Premier has since
they say he's a part of their community, then he is.
MVP Namakwa has just told the media, take a listen.
And I'm not sure if they even looked at it as
a few minutes
part of the community or not part of the community when they invited him up there. What the fuck?
From Premier Ford. We had a conversation. He apologized for attacking me personally yesterday during question period.
Namakawa says Ford also invited him to a one-on-one meeting.
And another thing we spoke about is he invited me to come to his office. He invited me to go meet him. And so I said we'll have a discussion on that at some point.
Namakawa says he appreciates the call, but, quote, it's not me he needs to apologize to, but it's Indigenous people across Ontario. Reporting live, Richard Southern, 680 News.
COVID vaccine shipments to Canada will soon be ramping up in a big way.
This will make a big difference in Canada's
because these cocksuckers will say I'm not a part of Nova Scotia.
Confirmation at his regular COVID update. Canada will receive at least 1 million.
As a matter of convenience, they would probably say I do belong to the Dutch diaspora.
That's on top of the additional 1.5 million doses of the Moderna vaccine expected by mid-May. The final delivery schedules for the Johnson & Johnson and AstraZeneca shots are still being finalized. The federal government has been criticized for its slow vaccine rollout, but the Prime Minister has said shipments will increase significantly this spring. Meanwhile, the Prime Minister throwing cold water on the idea of a vaccine passport within Canada, saying there are concerns about rights if some people are denied access to services or spaces because of a voluntary vaccine. However, he is open to vaccination requirements for foreign travelers.
School boards and teachers claiming things are mandatory when they're not.
I know somebody that refused that Hep B vaccine and nothing happened.
Which is reporting the end of J-Rod. Power couple Jennifer Lopez and Alex
I was a kid, I didn't think anything of it. I was like, I don't want to get hepatitis B.
And broken up. TMZ says it was told about the breakup
today. A lot of junkies in our neighborhood. It's a good thing.
Tells page 6 of the New York Post that he's in Miami getting ready for baseball season, and J-Lo is in the Dominican Republic shooting her latest film.
30% people with hepatitis B or C have no risk factors. Oh, someone's getting mad.
Listen 3.